Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Art Whisper 88. Now this is my 8x10 Gelli Plate, and this is my placement tool. Here, let me do a long shot. This is my placement tool, which is a gift from the people at gelliarts.com. I encourage you to visit their website. They have all kinds of neat gadgets. And of course, they have different sizes of Gelli plates, so you can explore the world of printmaking at your home, and you don't even need a printing press. So anyway, I will put this back to a close-up or a medium shot. I will start this composition by making some marks. These are random marks. And I'm being very careful not to put too much, because I want to make sure that it does not turn too dark. Now this is neutral gray. Okay, I think that's enough. And this time I will be using a 4-inch brayer just to make a neutral background. Now the idea behind this composition is to give a partner to the previous print that I had done called Black Night. I'm going to call this White Night. Now I rarely title my prints because there are just so many of them. But I think it would be interesting to make a pair of prints that complement each other. A black night and a white night. And this goes back to my fascination with the game of chess, which I played as a child. And naturally, I kept losing. But I learned a lot about the game. Not that I'm an expert, but chess is a very important game because it is a reflection of life. Because in chess you have to think very carefully about your moves, and your move will dictate the outcome. And it teaches you a lot about thinking things very carefully. Okay, so that is my first layer. And this is a Strathmore watercolor paper, which I bought from a pad. It's 11 by 15, and it comes in a sketch pad form. Now I encourage all of you who like to do artwork to use good paper. It doesn't have to be expensive paper, but try not to use copy paper, because copy paper really is not meant to last, and it's very thin. Use a good, thicker paper. So we'll leave this on for about 2-3 minutes. Okay, let's see how we made out. Not too bad. Okay. I like that as a first layer. All right, so now let me continue on to the next layer. Now this time I'm not going to clean the plate. I'm just going to place my stencil, the same stencil which I had used for the previous print, where I made an addition, and I titled it Black Knight. Now this will be the counterpoint or partner, and I will call it a White Knight. I will be using, this is Arctic by Lucas. And just to help spread it out, I will use my synthetic brush. Now this Arctic paint is a little on the watery side, and that's why it's beginning to show some lace patterns, because you have to remember the surface of the Gelli plate is oily, and oil and water don't mix, and that's what's causing the lacy pattern. Now sometimes it's desirable, sometimes it's annoying. So here is the first pull. Okay, I will leave that on for 2 to 3 minutes. It will give me a chance to wash out this stencil. Okay, let's see how we made out. Right. Cool. Okay, this time, before putting on the final layer, I will clean this off. This is some little detergent and some water. Now this will be my last layer. This is the same stencil that I had used in the previous print. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I will put a link in the description box so you can watch it and understand the connection between the two. So this is Soho acrylic. This is iridescent white. And I bought a large tub of it because I use it so much. Okay, so I will just use my brush and carefully dab. Okay, now I'm going to add some extra lines just to add some more textures. Okay. I'm just going to use my tool to clean this up. And sometimes the paint gets underneath the stencil and it forms a mess. Okay. So here is the piece with the second layer. Now my first thought was to do an edition just like the other one, but I ran out of paper, so I'm just doing one. So this will be 1/1 because it's a unique image, but it does relate to the other one edition of black. Okay, let's see how we made out. I see it picked up most of the iridescent white. cool. I really like this. You see the iridescent white. I love the way the light is shining off of it. It has a very silvery, pearlescent shine. Okay, so I will air dry this. In the meantime, I have a couple of very talented submissions that I would like to share with you. One is a very extraordinary lady. Her name is Olena, and she is from the Ukraine. And I have such great admiration for her because her country now is torn by war and destruction. And she still keeps going. She keeps on rolling. And I would love to share her work with you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Now here is the finished print. Let me show you a close-up. You can see the lines that I put add to the texture aside from the brush strokes. Now you see here on the light blue, there's a slight oil resist effect because the light blue is a little bit on the watery side, so it does create an interesting effect. Okay, so now I will show you the previous print, which is called Black Night. So now I have a black night and a white night. And let me show you how I sign this. And since this is a unique image, it's 1/1. There you go. So here is the set. So thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Please do pay a visit to artwhisper88.com, which is my storefront, and the sales and proceeds from that website help to keep this channel going. Thank you, and I do hope to see you next time.